Hello, friends. Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
It's pretty early here. We woke up much earlier than we normally do. We actually just got to the Children's Hospital here in Nanjing for Kelty to see the optometrist, ophthalmologist. Not really quite sure what the difference is. But anyways, our friend who's coming to help us translate isn't here yet. So we're here in the lobby and we're just kind of waiting on her. But yeah, we're curious to see what the doctor has to say. We've never actually been here to this hospital inside. We've seen it from the outside. There's a lot of kids. Obviously, it's a children's hospital. But yeah, it's kind of crazy just coming in here for the first time and seeing how it all works and everything. So I'll try to film what I can today when I have opportunity, and we will, uh-oh, big spill, spilled all over. Gotta go.
请从养成道3号窗口取药。
完了之后的话呢，才有一个准确的度给你配眼镜的这个度数。你有了这个度数之后，你可以去配眼镜，在我们这儿配也行，在外面配也可以，明白了吗？啊，我们只负责给你一个准确度数。
要用镜片去测它的度数到底是多少。哦。
Hey there, friends. Okay, so it's a different day from when we went to the hospital the other day, and I just wanted to get on here and just kind of finish off the video for you guys. So I wasn't able to really record myself talking about what was happening and try to be, you know, involved in the appointment and trying to pay attention as closely as I could, because as you could tell, there's just a lot that I think that can be missed in translation. So I wasn't able to record myself. But anyways, the hospital system here in China, it's rare for me, let me say this, it's rare for me that I experience culture shock here in China still. I think when we were here our first year, you know, there was many different things that would happen that I was like, oh my gosh, this is just so different than what I'm used to. This is so much different than the way that we do it in the States. And I'm not saying either way is better or worse or, you know, right or wrong. They're just different. And so it just takes time adjusting your mind culturally to the differences. And so it's been a while for me to experience like culture shock, like I was saying. But the hospital systems in China, it is a level of culture shock for me. And this was probably a bigger level of culture shock than I've had in a long time. Just kind of the sheer, it feels just crazy to me. And that is not true. Like, I know that it's normal. It's normal here in China to run a hospital like they're run here. But from my culture and my background, it just feels so foreign. So when we get into the children's hospital, when you get into the hospital, you know, basically like, you kind of have to get in line right away, and there's multiple lines that you have to enter and multiple different stages that you have to enter before you see the doctor. So you get in one line and, you know, you're waiting in that line for however long it takes, and then they, you know, get your information and all of that, and then you go to a different line, and then you have to go and you get in line to pay before you go see the doctor. So, you know, in the States, maybe you see a bill for your doctor's visit a month, 2 months after you visited the doctor. Well, here in China, you pay before you get anything done for every single time. So if you have to see 3 different doctors in one doctor visit, then you're going to pay for those 3 different appointments before you go see that doctor. So, you know, we got in line, we paid, and then we were able to go see the optometrist, and she saw Kelty for, I mean, maybe it was less than 5 minutes, honestly. And by the time that we'd seen the doctor, it was about 9:30 in the morning, and we were the 27th patient that the doctor had seen that day at 9:30 in the morning. So that's just kind of crazy too, because, you know, in the hospital system in America, one doctor maybe would see, I mean, maybe 20 patients in a day. I think that would even be crazy. You know, we were the 27th patient after the hospital had been open for an hour and a half. So it's just a like revolving door, because they have so many people that they have to see. So many people need to get in to see the doctor. So you don't just get to sit and ask questions and, you know, get thorough explanations of what's happening. That is just not how it works here. It just physically can't be like that because of the sheer need is so great. So we saw that doctor, and then she wanted Kelty to go see another doctor. So then we had to go get back in line, pay to see that doctor. Then we went and saw that doctor, you know. And so basically what we found out at the appointment, and even I just recently found some of these things out, because through the translation, some things have been lost. So I have just been like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on with my daughter's eyes? I'm so confused. Is it serious? Is it not serious? Why is it like this? You know, these are all of my questions that I really wasn't able to get answered at the hospital, just because translation, and the doctor didn't have time to sit down and answer all these questions for me. So thankfully, one of our good friends is good friends with an eye doctor, and he was so kind and gracious to answer all my questions for me. I gave him all the information I had, and he was able to give me, you know, explain it to me in ways that I can understand. So basically, it's we're going to be going back to the eye doctor again on Friday. So it's about 5 days from now, and we're going to have to slowly dilate Kelty's eyes over the next few days, which is, at first I was like, that's not how we do it. Like, you put a drop in, you wait 30 minutes, your eyes are dilated, you can see the doctor, yada, yada, yada. Well, apparently that's not how it works for pediatric patients. I didn't know this. You know, these are all things that I'm just kind of learning. So pediatric patients, either their eyes are stronger, or I want to say they're stronger, so they like are harder to dilate. So you have to do it over a slower period of time, is what I'm understanding. So we're going to be dilating her eyes. She's going to have dilated pupils for almost 4 days, which makes me feel terrible for her, because if you've ever had your eyes dilated, you know that you're really sensitive to light. You can't be outside. Things are really fuzzy and blurry, and her doctor said that she won't be able to look at books. She can't look at TV screens. She can't be outside, you know, all these things for 4 days. And so it just kind of breaks your heart that that's what they have to do. But so that they can get a clear prescription, they have to have her eyes dilated. So we're going to be going back in a few more days. We're going to start dilating her eyes tonight at home. And then we'll go back in and hopefully get her final prescription. So she has astigmatism and she's nearsighted, I think. So it's like a combination of both things. So she needs to get glasses for that, definitely. So we're going to be following through with that here, and we're just going to keep on riding it out in the Chinese medical system. You know, part of me thinks like, oh, should we just wait and do this? You know, should we go to Shanghai? Should we go somewhere else? You know, places that maybe have more Western influence in the medical care. But I've decided we're not going to do that. We're just going to stick the course here. And we're going to, you know, these eye doctors see thousands and thousands of children on a regular basis. And so it's really not that big a deal at the end of the day. It's a pretty normal, I think, for this to be an issue. But yeah, so we're gonna, you know, we'll follow through with this, and if I'm able to, I'll film her next appointment and what's going on there. But yeah, so that's kind of the situation with Kelty, what's happening with her eyes. But yeah, if you have any questions about some of those things that I talked about, you know, leave me a comment below. I'll try to answer them if I can. But that's all for today. We'll see you next time. 下次见。